आओ मिलकर बढ़ें आगे, स्वर्णिम कल बनाएं, स्वप्नों को साकार करें, आर्थिक समझ बढ़ाएं, नव आशाओं के दीप जलाकर नए सपनों को सजाएं, प्रयास करेंगे सचेत भारत, समृद्ध भारत बनाएं।
Namaste, Madam Principal, revered members of the School Managing Committee, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed principals, educators and fellow friends from schools all over the Tri-City. We welcome you all to this Tax Awareness Orientation Program, Desh Aur Hum 3.0, initiated by the National Academy of Direct Taxes in collaboration with the Salwan Education Trust, which is aimed at generating awareness about the taxation system and the new tax reforms in our country among its stakeholders. Focused on the theme Sachet Bharat, Samriddh Bharat, empowering nation building, this program is an initiative to sensitize young minds that the future lies in you.
We at Bhavan Vidyalaya Panchkula feel fortunate to host this mega orientation program, which will serve as a step towards the vision of the government of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
The day has become all the more special with the presence of respected chairman of Bhavan Vidyalaya Panchkula School Management Committee, Sir A.N. Mathur, former Chief Secretary Haryana, Ma'am Mrs. Seema Dhankar, Additional Director of Income Tax NADT Regional Campus Delhi, Shri Kali Charan Prasad, Additional Assistant Director of Income Tax NADT Regional Campus Delhi, Shri Sushil Dutt Salwan, Chairperson, Salwan Education Trust, Shri Paramjeet Khanna, Secretary, Salwan Education Trust, Ma'am Priyanka Barara, Principal, Salwan Public School, Rajendra Nagar. We are extremely thankful to you all for joining us today.
एक दीपक यह दिखलाता है कि चाहे जीवन कितना भी कठिन क्यों न हो, उम्मीद की किरण हमेशा जीवित रहनी चाहिए। दीपक की रोशनी सिर्फ एक छोटा सा प्रकाश ही नहीं, बल्कि अंधकार को मिटाने का एक प्रतीक है। इसकी किरण हमारी आत्मा को नई ऊर्जा देती है और हमें अपने सपनों के प्रति समर्पित रहने की प्रेरणा देती है। It is a tradition to commence our ceremonies with the lighting of the lamp, symbolizing the light of wisdom and knowledge. As we begin today's program, we kindly request our chairman, sir, distinguished dignitaries, along with Madam Principal, to come forward and light the divine lamp.
Thank you, ma'ams. Thank you, sirs. Now, let us take a moment to invoke the blessings of Saraswati, the revered goddess of wisdom and learning, through the Saraswati Vandana. We seek her divine guidance and inspiration, hoping to illuminate our minds and enrich our pursuits with her sacred wisdom. invocation to Goddess Saraswati.
Now, may we humbly request Chairman of Bhavan Vidyalaya Panchkula, School Managing Committee, Sir Shri A. N. Mathur, former Chief Secretary, Haryana, to address this august gathering with his words of wisdom.
Madam Principal, distinguished members of the audience, dear Bhavanites and children of all other schools. It's a matter of great pleasure for us to welcome today for this very innovative program Mrs. Seema Dhankar, Additional Director of Income Tax, Mr. Kali Charan Prasad, Assistant Director of Income Tax, Mr. Sushil Dutt Salwan, Chairman of the Salwan Education Trust, Shri Paranjit Khanna, Member, Secretary Education Trust, Salwan Education Trust, Mrs. Priyanka Baraga, Principal, Salwan Public School. It is indeed a great pleasure this morning to have them here for a program where we want to introduce to the young children of the school the importance regarding the system of taxation, income tax and other taxes, which are basically required for the welfare and development of the country. Ever since humankind has stopped being hunters and gatherers of food and settled down to a life where they were not on the move, some sort of system of sharing the wealth emerged. So this is basically from time immemorial that there has been a system for this. And over the years, we have seen how the colonial rulers introduced the system. Of course, I'm not going in the interim period of the various Mughal period and others, where also there were different types of rudimentary tax systems. But I'm really coming to the relatively modern era. Every time there is a budget presented, we do hear murmurs from people about why we should part with some of the wealth that we have generated by our hard work. Sometimes people even go to the extent that why can the government take it away? Or who empowered the government to take away the wealth that we have created for ourselves? The answer is very simple. Whatever the legal provisions may have been during the colonial period, those were laws or proclamations made in another country and enforced in our country. In 1947, when we obtained our independence, we set up very quickly a system for governance. And that meant that we set up from among the people of the country as their representatives a body called the Constituent Assembly. And the Constituent Assembly indeed had men of great vision, great foresight, great experience of life. And they very quickly, quicker than most countries, put together their ideas which were debated at length, and we formulated the Constitution of India. August 47 we became independent, and by November 49 the Constitution had been made. Now, this constituent body was the representative of the people of India, the will of the people on how we should govern ourselves. And they produced a wonderful document which, as the years go by, show how visionary they were in working out to very minute details on how things should be run here. And I think they put this controversy of what right the government has to rest completely by saying that any taxation can be only with the approval of the law. I think Article 256 something in the Constitution mentions that. Now here, they gave the government the power to tax people. But at the same time, they imposed a rider. The rider was that imposition of tax or levy of tax can only be in accordance with law. And who makes the law? The legislature. And the legislature consists of representatives of the people. So in effect, the people were giving the authority to the government to levy taxes, and also they were there to keep the check. Let us not forget, the preamble to the Constitution says, among other things, we the people of India give unto ourselves the Constitution. Which means it was nobody who sort of gave it to us as a trophy. It was not somebody, a king or an emperor or anybody granting certain rights to us. No. The people of India deliberated, produced a document, empowered the government, yet kept the scrutiny to the people. The Constitution also mentions about how the government must run. Probably because we had suffered under the colonial rule, there is a very strong undercurrent in our Constitution of fairness, justice, equity, and welfare of the people. Therefore, whatever taxation was being permitted was also meant to be utilized for the welfare of the people, for the development of the country, because development alone could lead to progress, to prosperity, and to welfare. There are elaborate systems of checks also. The audit, the Comptroller General, and so on. But the legislature itself debates, approves, and then only taxation can be levied. Now, we the people played a very important role in all this. But when it comes to utilizing this, is the government free to do whatever they like? No. We the people sitting in the legislature keep an eye. They debate not only the budget, the taxes, and either they approve or they modify, they make suggestions, and ultimately the objective remains the welfare of people. Now, to make this a successful scheme, it is a bounden duty of the citizens of this country to be intelligent taxpayers, diligent taxpayers, and pay fully the taxes timely. Because without that, the whole scheme of things would go haywire. The Constitution of India has provided a lot of fundamental rights and other protection to the citizens of this country. But every right carries with it a duty also. So we are duty bound to carry out and to see that India becomes a developed country. Therefore, to have Viksit Bharat, a prosperous country, all this requires that the people of the country must be actively engaged in it. It is therefore incumbent on you and me to be aware and to timely pay our taxes. The government alone cannot carry out this task. It has to be done by the people also, for whom the welfare measures, the development stated. So we the people empowered the government, and it is now up to we the people to make a success by paying our taxes timely. I think I will not encroach much on the time, and there are experts available to guide us. I made a very brief preliminary points. So over to our guests for carrying out the next point.
Thank you, sir. As a gesture of our gratitude and respect, we would like to request Chairman Sir and Madam Principal to present a small token of our regard to the keynote speaker, Ma'am Seema Dhankar, Additional Director of Income Tax, NADT Regional Campus, Delhi. We welcome you, ma'am, and once again, thank you for being with us today. Thank you, ma'am. We are fortunate to have amongst us Sir Kalicharan Prasad, Additional Assistant Director of Income Tax, NADT Regional Campus, Delhi. We request Chairman Sir and Madam Principal to present a small token of our gratitude. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma'am.
May we now request Shri Sushil Dutt Salwan, Chairperson, Salwan Educational Trust, to address the audience with his benign words.
Respected Mr. A.N. Mathur sir, our Chief Secretary, Governor of Haryana, and also the Chairman of the Managing Committee of Bhavan Vidyalaya, Madam Gulshan Kaur, Principal, members of the Managing Committee of the Bhavan Vidyalaya, Seema ma'am, thank you so much for being with us. Members of the NADT, respected and most esteemed principals of the various schools, from Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh who have assembled here, the esteemed faculty members of all the schools, and most important, the VIPs, that is the youth of this country. I must inform the august gathering out here. Today, India constitutes a huge population of almost about 150 crores. And out of that, 75% is the youth force. And that's a huge number. So this youth force has to now determine the future of this country. And that is why we have traveled all the way from Delhi to be amongst you and to apprise you of your not only responsibilities but of your powers. Responsibility, yes, but also powers which are not to be misused. On a lighter note, I must express my gratitude to the Bhavan Vidyalaya, because it's not every school which musters the strength of inviting an income tax department to the school. On the contrary, what happens that whenever income tax people call upon you, you immediately shut the doors and say, sorry, wrong number, hum yahan nahi hai, wahan nahi hai. But this is the first time that the income tax department is wanting to collaborate not with the school, but the students of the school. And what is the purpose? The purpose is very simple. We who have possibly had a good innings want you to understand where your country is going to head for. And unless and until you really realize what your potential strength is, you would not be able to lead this country very well. At the outset, I must also compliment Master Shivesh Bansal, who gave a very good presentation on the income tax issues, and he took us right from 1922 onwards till today. And that's a very good endeavor of the students to make an effort of ensuring that all of us are on the same page. Thank you so much. So can I ask the young youth out here, आप लोग जो यहाँ पर नौजवान हैं, आप में से कौन चाहते हैं कि इंडिया में ओलंपिक्स हो? अपने हाथ उठाइए. So all of you want. Even our principal ma'am here also wants the Olympics to be held in India. So how will that happen? If you check up the profile of the various Olympics, आज तक पिछले सालों में जितने Olympics हुए, जहाँ हुए हैं, उस countries में काफी दिक्कतें आई थी, because वहाँ पर deficit इतना हो गया था कि कई countries तो bankruptcy के process में भी चले गए थे. लेकिन अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपके देश में एक इतना बेहतरीन खेल हो ओलंपिक्स का, तो आपको उसके लिए कुछ इकट्ठा करना पड़ेगा, धनराशि इकट्ठी करनी पड़ेगी. So let us now come on the precise reason why we are out here. And before I tell you the reason, can I be permitted to recite in my way the Mool Mantra? First of all, Pranam, Sat Sri Akal, Adab and good morning. There is one God and truth is His name. He is the creator. He is without any fear. He does not hate anyone. He is immortal and without form. He is beyond birth and death. He is the enlightened one. He is known through the Guru's grace. Meditate in His name. God was true when the world was made. God shall remain true through ages, even true now. Says Nanak, truth will always be there. So my dear young friends, you have to only imbibe one very important principle in life, and that is truth. If you are on the right side of truth, no one in this world can ever defeat you. No one. And I am willing to stake anything on that particular issue. Because that's the foremost principle of living, and that's what Guru Nanak also said in his Mool Mantra. The purpose today why we are meeting out here is through you, through the students of this country, we are wanting you to express all about your understanding of income tax. How would you like to impress upon your neighbors? How would you like to impress upon your friends and the future generation with regard to compliances? So you would see when later on Principal Ma'am is going to take you through the programs, there are primarily 8 expression of thoughts. In those 8 expression of thoughts, you will be at liberty to express the way you want to do. For example, एक बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम इन्होंने कंसीव करा है जिसमें लिखा है पॉडकास्ट। अब पॉडकास्ट में आपको क्या करना है? पॉडकास्ट में आप 2 इंसानों का वार्तालाप होगा, उसमें आप अपने व्यूज एक्सप्रेस करेंगे विद रिगार्ड टू इनकम टैक्स, पैसे कहां से आने चाहिए और कहां कैसे खर्च होने चाहिए। आना तो ठीक है, लेकिन जो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है वो खर्च के ऊपर है। यू हैव टू मेक the government accountable for the money which is your money which is collected, and that is the purpose we have all come out here and assembled out here. And my sincere request to the youth out here is concerned, please take this very, very seriously, because the way the whole world is going in the way of conflict, जिस तरह हर दुनिया के कोने में संघर्ष है, झगड़े हैं, सब कुछ है, उसमें भारत एक ऐसा देश है जो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले कर सकता है। और जब आप उस पोजीशन पे पहुंचेंगे और आपके साथ सत्य होगा, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि इंडिया विल बी द फर्स्ट सुपर पावर ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड। एंड आई एम पिचिंग माई होप ओनली ऑन दिस यूथ आउट हियर। आई एम श्योर बिकॉज वी सीन यू द ऑनेस्टी, द इंटेग्रिटी। आप लोग काफी मेहनत करते हैं, लेकिन उस मेहनत में एक आपका दुश्मन भी है आपके साथ। आई एम सॉरी, मैं आपको उस दुश्मन से इंट्रोड्यूस आपको कराना चाहता हूं, और वो है आपका मोबाइल फोन। काफी बच्चे इस पे हर्ष, काफी खुश भी हैं, नाराज भी हैं, परेशान भी हैं कि इनकम टैक्स के मामले में ये मोबाइल फोन कहां पे आ गया। ये आ गया है। अगर मैं माथुर साहब से पूछूं कि सर आपके पुराने दोस्त मित्र, वो सबके नाम बता देंगे। आपके रिश्तेदार, सर सबके नाम बता देंगे। अगर मैं आपकी प्रिंसिपल मैम से पूछूं, मैम व्हाट अबाउट योर रिलेशन, व्हाट अबाउट योर फ्रेंड्स, शी विल टेल एवरी नेम। बट इफ आई आस्क यू, यू विल से माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज एन एप्पल फोन और अ सोनी फोन और अ सैमसंग फोन। यू नो, माय रिक्वेस्ट, मेरी आप सबसे आग्रह है, द यूथ ऑफ दिस कंट्री, you are the one who is more spiritual than anyone in the world, क्योंकि आपके साथ आपका ग्रंथ है, आपके साथ आपके होली स्क्रिप्चर्स हैं। बाकी दुनिया में ऐसी सौभाग्य, इतने लोग सौभाग्य नहीं हैं। लेकिन ये जो मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी आपके लाइफ में इंट्रूड करी है लाइक अ पैरासाइट, यू मे फाइंड इट स्ट्रेंज, यू मे हेट मी, आई डोंट माइंड। आप कहेंगे ये क्या बेकार की बात कर रहा है, मुझे इससे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मैं बेकार की बात करूंगा क्योंकि मैं वो चीज आप पे लाना चाहता हूं, ताकि आप अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज, अपनी हिम्मत को मत खोइए। अगर एक मोबाइल फोन ही आपका दोस्त है और मोबाइल फोन ही आपका रिश्तेदार है, तो आपके साथ जो आपका मित्र बैठा है वो कौन है? एक क्वेश्चन मार्क है। प्लीज कंसिडर दिस। और उसी विषय में एक बड़े मशहूर उर्दू के पोएट हैं, मैं उनकी एक कविता, इफ मिस्टर माथुर वुड परमिट मी, उनकी एक कविता रिसाइट करना चाहता हूं। कविता का नाम है वक्त मिला नहीं। शायद आप लोगों ने सुना होगा या उसको कहीं पढ़ा होगा। कि उम्र सब गुजर गई और वक्त ही नहीं मिला, कहा किसी ने आ मिलो तो वक्त ही नहीं मिला, किसी का दर्द बांट लूं तो वक्त ही नहीं मिला, जो चाहा कि कुछ लिखूं तो वक्त ही नहीं मिला, आराम करना चाहता था तो वक्त ही नहीं मिला, माँ बाप को मैं वक्त देना चाहता था पर वक्त ही नहीं मिला, ये सेहत मेरी गिरती रही लेकिन वक्त ही नहीं मिला। मुझे मेरे भाई ने कहा, अरे किसी डॉक्टर से मशवरा कर लो, पर क्या करूं, वक्त ही नहीं मिला। कामों की कतार में जो जहां पर सवार हैं, पिछले तो समेट लूं, अभी फेयर लिस्ट नहीं तैयार है। कैसे सब खत्म करूं कि वक्त नहीं मिला, कैसे बनेगी बात फिर, कैसी उम्र सब गुजारूंगा कि मुझे वक्त ही नहीं मिला। You know, if you talk about responsibility, I think I would clap for the poet also who wrote this, because I was deeply touched. And मैं इस नौजवान पीढ़ी से फिर से आग्रह कर रहा हूँ, इस प्रोग्राम को आप कुछ ऑर्डिनरी प्रोग्राम मत सोचिए, क्योंकि ये आपको एक मौका दे रहा है। और वो मौका क्या है कि जो आप रील बनाएंगे, जो आप एडवर्टीजमेंट बनाएंगे, जो आप नुक्कड़ नाटक तैयार करेंगे, वो सारे सोशल मीडिया, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट के थ्रू सोशल मीडिया में डाले जाएंगे। और वही आपका मैसेज वो 500 जो हमारे नेता बैठे हैं पार्लियामेंट हाउस में, उनके पास जाएगा कि हमारा यूथ ये चाहता है, वो ये देश के बारे में सोच रहा है, और उनको अब जागना चाहिए। अब मौका है, आपकी आवाज, आपकी बुलंदी, इस चीज का मौका है। Let me take you to another very important aspect. एक बार अर्जुन और भगवान कृष्ण में वार्तालाप हुई, बातचीत हुई। आप भगवान कृष्ण को तो आप सब अच्छी तरह जानते हैं। जहां पर उदासी होती है वहां पर कृष्ण का नाम और उदासी का कारण आपको पता लग जाता है। और भगवान कृष्ण है कौन? आपकी आत्मा। सो आप जब अपने अंदर सुनेंगे अपनी आत्मा को, तो आपको सब सच्चाई दिखाई देगी, क्योंकि आपकी आत्मा कभी आपको गलत रास्ते ले ही नहीं जा सकती। आपके सर्कमस्टांसेस आपको ले जाएंगे, आपके पीयर प्रेशर की वजह से आप गलत कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर आप अपनी आत्मा को सुनेंगे तो आप शायद गलत नहीं करेंगे। सो वन डे अर्जुना पुट अ क्वेश्चन टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा। अर्जुना ने कहा, हे कृष्ण, why has life become complicated now? Krishna replied, stop analyzing life, it makes it complicated, just live it. अर्जुन ने फिर एक और दूसरा सवाल किया, why are we then constantly unhappy? कृष्णा ने जवाब दिया, worry has become your habit, that is why you are unhappy. अर्जुन ने एक और सवाल किया, why so many problems and we don't know where we are heading? So Krishna replied in a very beautiful manner, if you look outside, you will not know where you are heading. Look inside. Eyes provide sight, heart provides the way. So Arjuna put another question to Lord Krishna. Krishna, why are you surprised about people? आप लोगों के बारे में इतना हैरान क्यों हैं? तो कृष्ण ने एक बड़ा खूबसूरत जवाब दिया कि जब इंसान मुश्किल में पड़ता है, जब उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम आती है, तो वो कहता है कृष्णा मैं क्यों? लेकिन जब इंसान के पास धन आता है तो वो ये कभी नहीं कहता कि अरे ऐसा क्यों? That is why it is most important for you to keep looking inside and do a lot of introspection. And what I am saying is nothing which I am propounding myself. These are our scriptures. चाहे गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब है, चाहे गीता है, चाहे बाइबल है, चाहे कुरान है, कुछ भी है, आपको एक उसमें इंसानियत ढूंढनी है आपको। And I'm sure the income tax department would really take these issues forward with all the youth of this country. And it is indeed, I must say, I must compliment the school that it has taken this responsibility of pushing the agenda forward on behalf of the income tax department. I may also, I'm sure Madam Principal is going to give all the all the points subsequently, but there is something more exciting which I want to tell the students out here and everyone who's online, plus you may spread this message everywhere. I am informed that the winners from the school, the students as well as the principals would be visiting the new Parliament House. So that's going to be an added advantage to the winners of this competition. And further, what is most important is the winners and the principals of the winning schools will be invited to Kanha, and Kanha is a very beautiful spiritual, I won't say it's a resort, but it's a spiritual destination in Hyderabad, which is run by the Heartfulness Foundation. You must see their programs. I am requesting Principal Ma'am, I am requesting all the principals who are out here from various schools. And it is very important for us to understand the strength and the power in meditation and spirituality. I will not take further time of this August gathering out here, but just a couple of points for the youth. जितने नौजवान यहाँ पर आप लोग बच्चे तो हैं नहीं, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी में आप हमसे भी आगे हैं. जितना हम आपसे सीखते हैं टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू, वो भी एक अजीब फिनोमेना है लाइफ का, हमने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था. पर कुछ ऐसी बातें हैं जो शायद आपके जहन को छुए. Life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what may happen. Make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. If you don't work to build your dreams, someone will hire you to build their dreams. Work in silence, celebrate in private. People love to pull you down. Don't regret your past, just learn from it and move on. And last 2 points which I must also emphasize out here. Stay away from those who achieve nothing in life themselves but always blame others for their problems. Stay away from fools and addicts who are always intoxicated. I'm also talking about those addicts who are intoxicated on the mobile phones. Stay away from unhappy and problematic people because they will not find peace on their own and will not allow you to live in peace either. किसी शायर ने बहुत अच्छा कहा है, कुछ अलग करना है तो भीड़ से हटकर चलो. भीड़ साहस तो देती है पर पहचान छीन लेती है. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
Thank you, sir. Life indeed waits for nobody. We would like to request worthy Chairman Sir and Madam Principal to present a small token of respect to Sir Sushil Dutt Sarwan, Chairperson, Sarwan Education Trust. Thank you, sir. We also have amongst us Honorable Sir Paramjeet Khanna, Secretary, Sarwan Education Trust. So we request you to please accept a token of respect from our side. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. One of our key responsibilities as citizens is paying taxes, which funds essential services and contributes to our nation's development. To help us understand the importance of being tax compliant and how the income tax system works, we have an informative video. This video will highlight the significance of income tax and how each one of us can contribute to India's growth by fulfilling our tax obligations. Please direct your attention to the screen for the income tax video.
इस अमृत काल का आह्वान है, मुक्त मातृभूमि को नवीन पान चाहिए। नवीन पर्व के लिए नवीन प्राण चाहिए। मुक्त गीत हो रहा नवीन राग चाहिए। नवीन पर्व के लिए नवीन प्राण चाहिए।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नवीनता और नवाचार के हर आह्वान को अपनी कार्यप्रणाली की रगों में समाहित कर उन्नत भारत के लक्ष्य की ओर बढ़ता हुआ भारतीय आयकर विभाग आजादी के अमृत काल का एक और वर्ष नई ऊर्जा, नई उपलब्धियों, नए मील के पत्थर और राष्ट्र निर्माण के महान प्रयास में हमारे करदाताओं के साथ नए सिरे से साझेदारी की ओर अग्रसर है आयकर विभाग।
The strong partnership of taxpayers and the Income Tax Department is positively shaping the development of our nation. With the visionary leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister and under the able guidance of the Honorable Union Minister of Finance, the Income Tax Department has spearheaded digital innovations, simplifying the tax compliance process.
Adapting or adoption of technology and efficiently being to put that to use has actually helped in two ways. One, your revenue efficiency, collection efficiency has gone up, and two, people are able to see that there's no discretion which is coming in the way.
Today, our fully online tax system empowers taxpayers to fulfill their obligations with unparalleled ease.
और इसका परिणाम है वित्तीय वर्ष 2022-2023 में रिटर्न की ई फाइलिंग की रिकॉर्ड संख्या 31 मार्च 2023 तक 7 करोड़ 78 लाख ITR दाखिल किए गए, जो कि पिछले वित्तीय वर्ष की तुलना में 6.5% अधिक है। रिफंड इशू करने के उपरांत डायरेक्ट टैक्स कलेक्शन 16,61,000 करोड़ रुपए तक पहुंच गया, जो पिछले वित्तीय वर्ष की तुलना में 17.63% अधिक है। ये बजट अनुमान से लगभग 17% और संशोधित अनुमान से 0.69% अधिक है। रिटर्न प्रोसेसिंग में लगने वाला औसत समय पिछले वर्ष के 26 दिनों की तुलना में इस वर्ष घटकर केवल 16 दिन रह गया। आयकर विभाग ने फाइल की हुई रिटर्न्स की प्रोसेसिंग केवल 1 दिन के भीतर पूरी कर लेने के साथ ITR के प्रतिशत में 100% की उल्लेखनीय वृद्धि हासिल की।
As a result of speedy processing of returns, 80% of refunds were issued within the first 30 days of returns filed, compared to 60% last year.
अनुपालन में और अधिक सुगमता लाई गई। साथ ही आयकर विभाग ने अपडेटेड रिटर्न फंक्शनैलिटी की शुरुआत की। अब तक 34.2 लाख अपडेटेड रिटर्न्स फाइल की जा चुकी हैं।
This resulted in additional tax collection of approximately rupees 3,080 crore. E-verification scheme was started, which provided an opportunity for the taxpayers to correct any misreported information.
इसके अलावा ई-फाइलिंग पोर्टल पर नई कर भुगतान प्रणाली TIN 2.0 भी लॉन्च की गई।
Annual Information Statement (AIS) mobile app was launched, allowing taxpayers to view their annual information statement or taxpayer information summary with their PAN.
फेसलेस असेसमेंट और फेसलेस अपील्स क्रांतिकारी प्रत्यक्ष कर सुधार है।
Over 4 lakh faceless assessments and over 2 lakh faceless appeals have been successfully completed in a fair and impartial manner.
आयकर विभाग की इन उपलब्धियों का उल्लेख भारत की माननीय राष्ट्रपति श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू ने जनवरी 2023 में अपने बजट संबोधन में किया और सराहना भी की। आयकर विभाग द्वारा हरित आयकर की पहल की गई, जिसके तहत विभाग की इमारतों और सार्वजनिक क्षेत्रों में वृक्षारोपण कर पर्यावरण संरक्षण की ओर कदम बढ़ाया गया। करदाताओं के साथ जुड़ना और उनकी शिकायतों का समाधान करना विभाग का सर्वोपरि ध्येय है। इस प्रतिबद्धता के हिस्से के रूप में विभाग ने मई 2023 को पेंडिंग ग्रीवेंसेस के निवारण के लिए समर्पित किया।
ई फाइलिंग से मेरी रिटर्न फाइलिंग हुई आसान।
Fast processing of returns and prompt issuance of refunds. What a pleasant surprise!
सेक्शन 80 IAC के तहत मेरी स्टार्टअप कंपनी को 3 साल का टैक्स एग्जाम्पशन देने के लिए इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट को अ बिग थैंक यू।
AIS ऐप ने मेरे लिए अपनी एनुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन स्टेटमेंट प्राप्त करना और अपनी कर देनदारियों पर अपडेट रहना सुविधाजनक बना दिया है।
Thanks to the Income Tax Department for the prompt redressal of my complaint and for ensuring transparency.
Recognizing the invaluable contribution of its officers and employees, the Income Tax Department worked on several employee welfare initiatives.
आयकर विभाग ने समय पर पदोन्नति, बुनियादी ढांचा परियोजनाओं को अंतिम रूप देने और विभाग के भीतर जेंडर रिलेटेड पहलुओं पर ध्यान देकर अपने कर्मियों के प्रति विभाग की प्रतिबद्धता दिखाई है। आयकर विभाग अपने करदाताओं, आयकर परिवार और स्टेक होल्डर्स को उनके अटूट समर्थन और साझेदारी के लिए हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता है।
इस 164वें आयकर दिवस पर मैं आयकर परिवार के सभी सदस्यों, हमारे सभी करदाताओं और स्टेक होल्डर्स का हार्दिक अभिवादन करता हूं। इस महान राष्ट्र के निर्माण में विभाग के प्रति आपके निरंतर सहयोग हेतु आप सभी को अपनी गहरी कृतज्ञता अभिव्यक्त करता हूं।
This journey of transformation shall continue with the dedicated commitment of the Income Tax Department to make the taxation process easy and convenient.
आइए सबका साथ, सबका विकास की राह पर हम उन्नत भारत के लक्ष्य की ओर बढ़ें।
That was truly an informative video.
We would like to earnestly request keynote speaker of the day, Ma'am Mrs. Seema Dhankar, Additional Director of Income Tax, NADT, Regional Campus, Delhi, to present the keynote address.
Thank you. And good morning to Shri A.N. Mathur sir, Chairman Bhavan Vidyalaya, Gulshan Madam, Principal Bhavan Vidyalaya School, Shri Sushil Dutt, Chairman Salwan Education Trust, Shri Pramjit Khanna, Secretary Salwan Education Trust, and respected directors and principals of all the schools and dear young friends. I welcome you all to this orientation program of Desharam 3 initiated by the Income Tax Department. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers of this event. It is really great to be here among the young and bright minds of the country, and everything was great here, like address by sir and performance by school children and the video made by Shivesh Bansal and the delicacies served by the school children. So I'm feeling nostalgic being here. And regarding Desh Aur Hum, we started our journey in 2022. And since then, its reach and scale both has increased manifold. Last year's event, Desh Aur Hum 2, it was having the theme of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, and more than 150 schools across 11 states have participated in this. And this year, we want to make it even bigger with better participation of more and more schools, more states across India. And we urge you to participate in this wholeheartedly. So it is really wonderful to see what started as a simple idea. It has transformed into a powerful movement, gaining momentum every year. I remember 2 years ago we were sitting in our office chambers and brainstorming as to how to bring the youth in the mainstream, how to make them aware about taxation and the governance of the country. So firstly we thought of the traditional method, like we should conduct the seminars, we should send the study material to the school children, but somehow we thought that it would be unidirectional in approach and it would seem dull also, and you may forget what is the essence. You will just have a look at on one fine day and will forget for the rest of the year. So then we decided to come out with a series of events for the school children, and the basic notion was that the school children will do self-learning and guided learning with their parents and the teachers. They will interpret the entire situation of the past, of current, and what should be in the future in their own way. They will think out of the box, bring out their creativity. Let me tell you that for the Desh Aur Hum 1 and 2, there were wonderful creations by the school children. We were totally mesmerized by that. And this year, as sir has said, that we would like to take out your creations and with PRPP department, that is Publication Department of our Government of India. You might have seen the videos which are made for kids by PRPP department. If you have not seen, then you may see it later. So we are planning the entire event in that way. And coming to the title of the program, it is special in its own way, like Desh aur Hum, our beloved country and us. It also connotes our deep commitment and our responsibility towards the nation. Just like each brick contributes to a strong building, in the same way each youth, each citizen that contributes towards prosperity of the nation. And our theme, that is Sachet Bharat, Samrid Bharat, empowering nation building, it also connotes to our vision, that is an aware, developed and prosperous India. Since you are our future architects, so we hope to get your support, get your involvement in this theme. If I talk about the taxes here, you might find that boring. So one common feature is that nobody wants to pay taxes. But trust me, that is the reality. You have to pay the taxes. Taxes are the backbone of our society. They fund the essential services like public safety and education, healthcare, etc. So paying taxes is our duty, and we must fulfill our duty with full passion, vigor and loyalty. So some of the children might be thinking that taxes are something which relates to the adults only. So why the department is coming to us and talking about the taxes? So the answer is simple. You are our future taxpayers. We rely upon you. Currently, the population of India is 145 crores approximately, and among them, the percentage of person filing the returns is not even 10%. So you have to take this idea in your mind. So you have to make aware yourself. You have to make aware your neighborhood, your parents and your peers. And this responsibility is given to you by the Income Tax Department. So, Income Tax Department plays a crucial role in collecting the taxes. And this time, department has come to you with Desh aur Hum to make you aware and to spread the awareness further. And in this beautiful journey, this learning journey, we have Salvan Education Trust as our collaborating partner, and we are really blessed to have them over the past 2 years, and we are also eyeing on the further upcoming events. Especially a special mention goes to Sushil Dutt, who is really hard-working, a visionary man, academician, but very humble, and you have heard him here. So we are blessed to have his support. Thank you, sir. So that was about Desh aur Hum. And in the end, I would like to urge all the children to participate well in this great initiative of the Income Tax Department. And best wishes to you all. We will catch up in Delhi. I wish you all the best for participation and for winning in this program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Each child is special, a wonder to behold, with dreams in their hearts and stories untold. Each child is a gift, a rare, precious gem, with potential to grow and light to stem. So let us cherish each smile, for each smile has a future to cheer. To reminisce each smile, we have a video that shares how beautifully the endeavor of National Academy of Direct Taxes, Regional Campus, Delhi, has translated into meaningful expressions in Desh Aur Hum 1.0 and 2.0 in the years 2022 and 2023. Dear audience, I must mention, the winners of this event visited the Parliament, the temple of our democracy, which is a unique opportunity for them.
Let us relive the memories which show that each child is special and each child is bright.
the need of the hour कि हम अपने बच्चों को कर के बारे में, कर के महत्व के बारे में और उसका देश की प्रगति में किस तरह से योगदान होता है उसके बारे में सेंसिटाइज करना।
Taxation in the Indian economy and how the Indian administration regulates taxes.
We were captivated by Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and enlightening conversation with the officials. This journey has been nothing short of amazing and are immensely grateful.
It allowed me to express to all my fellow beings that how important it is to pay taxes responsibly for overall growth and stability of our country.
The event was an eye-opener on taxes, which seems to be such an underrated and dreaded topic by the adults, which is actually such a boon and very crucial for the progress and development of a nation.
Revealing the significant role that the taxes play in shaping the foundation of our nation.
Pleasure presenting my art piece to everyone. Thank you.
Heartfelt gratitude to NADT for organizing such an enlightening event.
I pledge to fulfill my tax obligations on time.
What a beautiful representation which highlights the uniqueness hidden in each participant. Dear friends, are you all eager to hear what's in store for the contestants for this year? To showcase their talent and understand the value of taxation and the takeaways for the winners?
We now invite Ma'am Mrs. Priyanka Barara, Principal, Salwan Public School, Rajendra Nagar, to apprise us all about Desh Aur Hum 3.0.
Pranam everyone. Thank you dear students for beautifully articulating this the mention about this video. The insightful address by Madam Seema Dhankar has clearly shared the vision of National Academy of Direct Taxes, Regional Centre, Delhi. Learners of this era thrive through engagement and opportunities. Critical thinking, this competitions being launched this year focus on the skills that students acquire during the teaching learning processes. We are all cognizant of how national education policy emphasizes learning through collaboration, fostering an environment where students engage in collective problem solving and teamwork to enhance their educational experience. Speaking of collaboration, Deshafaham, incepted in 2022, stands as the biggest example of success can be achieved through collaborative efforts. The very fact that today students from almost 50 schools in the Tri-City have gathered here at Bhavans Vidyalaya in such a short span of time, and we've already had 250 plus registrations from Pan India so far, and we still have 3 more orientations to go. So this presence of a registration is a testament of the success of collaboration in itself. As I move forward, I draw attention to the events designed to showcase your talents. Each competition focuses on a particular skill and has multiple themes that can be used to express your ideas through creativity and imagination. Please note that every event has very specific instructions. The brochure has already been shared on the group, and I will urge all the registered schools to join the WhatsApp group that we have created, because every updated information is posted there. All our coordinators for different regions are very active in the group, and they address the problems shared there. Just to show you a glimpse of how we have shared the instructions of every event, can I request the IT team to please click the instructions of the poster making? Why I'm emphasizing so much on the instructions is because all entries are going to come online. So everything has a specification that is to be met with. Only then the judges are able to access the entries sent by. So for example, for poster making, you all know that the eligibility criteria is given. For grades 6 to 8 we have a different category, 8 and 9 we have a different theme. The paper size that is to be used, and most specifically the megabytes of the picture that have been shared, please stick to that. And still, if you have any problem in understanding or uploading the creative work that you have shared, you can speak to our coordinators and get in touch with them through the WhatsApp group. A lot of schools, registered schools, have already joined the WhatsApp group link that has been shared on the email with all the registered schools. But still there are, I see that schools are present here, but they have not joined the group, so please do that. So as mentioned earlier, that we are trying to touch upon every aspect of learning that our children do while they are in the school. The very first being poster making. The range is from grades 6 to 9th, and we have curated events from all grades, from grades 6 to 12. Our students are acquiring technical skills, they are learning theatre, they are learning drama. So we are, and they present their creativity through poetry. So we have brought in every aspect of your learning and what you people like to do. Like as Sir mentioned, we have reel making as one of the competitions, and I really look forward to the presence of some of the participants who submit their reels, so they become a part of this advertisement that was shared, the video that was shared by the Income Tax Department. So I mean, pull up your socks and let's see how well you engage your audience in talking about the tax narrative and how important it is to become a tax-paying citizen. As Sir highlighted right in the beginning, he said there is a value added to this tax and how it enhances, makes a country from a developing country to a developed country. We all want Olympics. We want so much that we see in the West when we travel, and we often tend to compare, why don't we have it in the country? We don't have it because we don't do it. As Seema ma'am mentioned, that less than 10% taxpayers we have in our country, which is such a large population. So this endeavor has been brought to you, that you support the country, Desh aur hum milke is Desh ko bada banaye and move ahead with this narrative of tax payment. I'm not going by event, but still I will, because the brochure has been shared on our WhatsApp groups with all the details. Yet a quick brief, as I said, poster making we have for grades 6, 7 separately and 8, 9 separately. For each topic we have multiple themes so that you can express however you wish to. For example, in poster making we have Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat, taxes, bedrock of a strong nation, youth and taxes, building a responsible nation. AdMad Show, which is going to be a video presentation. You prepare an advertisement reaching out to your audience how taxes benefit the country. Again, there are 3 different themes given here. Transforming taxes into opportunities, and if we look deeper, it's actually an opportunity for the nation to grow, because if the nation grows, we grow. Sapno ka Bharat, Samrit Bharat, taxes, bedrock of a strong nation. Gameathon. We have so many tech geeks in this generation. It's been mentioned earlier as well that we learn technology from you. So we would like to see how you use this technology to play a game. This generation has a huge audience amongst them for gaming. When we were kids, we didn't have these access to any kind of games, but there are, and we want you to create a game which is attractive for youngsters like you. You understand what makes a difference to your thought process, what creates that hook, and with a meaning, a value added to it that talks about tax education through gaming. Podcast making. We are all, I mean, this generation is so proficient in using the camera. You know how best to use the correct angle in a camera and how to use your voice modulation while you're recording a video. So we would like to hear an interesting conversation between any 2 team members talking about the tax reforms and how taxing makes Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat, taxes, backbone of a strong nation. Nukkad Natak, we've received some brilliant entries in the last 2 years in Nukkad Natak, where children have shown outstanding performances, out of the box ideas, and we look forward to seeing more, because each year the first prize winner of Nukkad Natak gets to perform in front of all the dignitaries of National Academy of Direct Taxes and CBDT in the finale program, and that is actually the highlight, that ends up becoming the highlight of the program, because everybody looks forward to that theatrical performance. So Nukkad Natak, every year the events are changed, but Nukkad Natak stays, because Nukkad Natak is something which is very, very popular. Reel making, we've already talked about. App development. A lot of students are learning coding, various languages, and we get to see a lot of time from our students simple solutions to our daily problems through apps. So we're expecting the participants to create an app that helps us plan better for our taxes and do tax calculations. Because we strongly feel that the connect of this generation with technology is extremely strong, because you've actually grown up seeing it. We still have to learn, but for you it's intrinsic, a part of your growing up. So this app development, we are looking forward to seeing some interesting apps coming forward from you. Poetry recitation, you could create your own poetry or improvise upon any poetry, and any medium, Hindi or English, can be used. I may not have solved all queries, so please reach out to us anytime through the emails. You've already received emails from NADT official mail. You can reach out, because they're all managed by the coordinators. You can reach out to them as well. And WhatsApp group is extremely useful. For the last 2 years, we've been addressing queries of all participants through that, and even the details about the finale that will be held in the month of September in Delhi. We will be sharing the updates regarding that. Through email, of course, they will be there, but for a quicker access, you can join us and connect with us. Now, as mentioned earlier, the winners of the previous 2 years have been taken to a visit to the Parliament. This year, the winners will be visiting the new Parliament, which is going to be one-of-a-kind experience for the students and their mentors. Now, as mentioned by our chairman sir earlier, that the winners and the principals of the winning schools and the venue partners shall be visiting Kanha, a meditation destination which has some very innovative programs for students as well as teachers, talking about the Heart Connect and the Heartful Learning. One of the flagship initiatives of Heartful Mission is the Brighter Minds program. This innovative program is designed to nurture the cognitive and emotional intelligence of young minds through a series of scientifically designed activities and exercises. Brighter Minds aims to enhance memory, focus, intuition, and creativity in children. The program fosters an environment where children can develop their innate potential and grow into well-rounded, resilient individuals. I'm proud to share that the students of Salwan schools have been a part of Brighter Minds program for the last 3 years, and we've witnessed transformative results in our students. A key hub for Heartfulness Mission in Brighter Minds program is the Kanha Shantivanam Center located in Hyderabad. So as I've mentioned, all winners and the principals of the winner schools shall be attending a Brighter Mind program conducted by Heartfulness. They have even volunteered that we will be visiting the winning schools and conduct orientations for students about the Brighter Mind programs. I will share a short video about the Brighter Mind programs so that you understand more about how it is conducted. So please play that video.
We all want the best for our children so that they can excel in life. We admit them to the best schools, encourage them to play sports, and enroll them in extracurricular activities. But the world around us is becoming increasingly complex. The number of distractions is increasing, and the stress levels in our children are rising. Their attention spans are decreasing, and their minds are becoming restless. There is too much to do in too little time. How can we help them deal with life and realize their true potential? The answer lies hidden inside the mind of every child, which is not yet completely used to its fullest capability. Brighter Minds program unlocks the hidden potential of your child and makes them future ready. It uses the principle of enhancing the capacity of the brain of your child while it is still developing and receptive to learning. It brings about a fine balance between the logical, analytical, holistic, creative, and intuitive processes of the brain of your child. At Brighter Minds, the capacity of the brain is enhanced using proven and well-researched methodology that includes unique brain exercises for sharpening cognitive retention, sensory augmentation through acoustic vibrations, and relaxation techniques that calm the mind and raise the potential of your child. All this helps your child in developing deeper observational skills, enhancing the ability to stay focused with increased attention time spans, and inspiring creativity, helping your child in problem solving and staying ahead. It increases self-confidence and gives your child the power of intuition, helping your child in dealing with stressful, demanding environments and complex situations. It creates a habit of excellence in thought and action, helping children impart true human values and achieve their fullest potential. Brighter Minds makes your child ready for the future. Give your child the right gift. Brighter Minds. A gift for a lifetime.
We have received some very interesting requests from students, so I will be, before I open the house for a Q&A session, I would express my heartfelt gratitude to the Principal Bhavans Vidyalaya, Chairman Sir Shri N. Mathurji, for spearheading this movement in Panchkula and Chandigarh, and I extend my gratitude to the heads of all participating schools, offline and online, for the enthusiasm they've shown in participating towards creating an awareness of tax amongst the youth, our children. Thank you so much. So we now open the house for a Q&A session, and I think Ma'am and Sir would be happy to answer.
Namaste sir, I am Yashdeep from class 12. My question is that Recently in the government budget, our finance minister announced that the taxes on capital gains had been increased. And my question is that why are these kind of taxes imposed? Because the major risk is borne by the investors. So why does the government tax the investors?
That's a good question. But regarding capital gains, if you see the entire structure of the changes introduced, the tax structure has been rationalized. Only one thing is there, that taxation rate has been increased only for the listed equity. For other long-term capital gains, earlier it was 20%, it has been reduced to 12.5%. So rates are decreased, and also on listed equity, the threshold limit for the exemption, that has also increased. So it is a mixed thing, and overall there is benefit to the taxpayers. Coming with a video on capital gains very shortly, maybe within a month or two. There you will also see whatever capital gains is there. So you can reinvest that in your other investment, then you can get the exemptions. And actually talking about the actual capital gain tax receipt, we are receiving nothing. Department is receiving nothing because there are many investment-based tax exemptions are there.
Namaste. I am Rayal Kapoor of class 12th, and my question to you is, we know that the income of the salary class is taxed at the source, but whenever we buy any goods of everyday use, we become the final payers of all indirect taxes like GST. So does that mean we are paying taxes on income that has already been taxed? Do you think this is fair? Is it just? And are there some solutions that can be implemented?
See, what are you talking about is there are two types of taxes. That first is direct taxes, that every citizen has to pay taxes upon his income, whatever he earns. And the indirect taxes, it is separate one, that on goods and services you have to pay the taxes. So they are completely two different wings of the taxation. So these are equal for everyone. It is not true that only for the salaried person it is being done. And regarding taxation at source for the salaried person, for many of the payments are covered for the TDS provisions. Not only the salaried person, even the payment to contractors, even when we purchase or sell the house, and for other payments, there are a series of payments. So on all the payments there is TDS.
Thank you, ma'am. Do we have any questions from the participating schools?
Namaste, ma'am. Ma'am, Andy Muradia from 12. My question to you is that the taxes in India are as high as those of the first world countries, but when we talk about the services, they are not par with the third world countries. Can you please explain?
Firstly, the taxation rate in India is not at par with the developed countries. Many of the developed countries, not all of them. Mainly USA and the Nordic countries and Portugal, the taxation rate is quite high, more than India. Right. And second, your query is that we are not getting services proportionate to the taxes we deposit. See, the answer is not about mainly taxation here. It is about the government policy and the status of our nation. We are a developing country now. We have not developed well. So our infrastructure and other services, we are taking time to develop them. So slowly and steadily we are going higher, and we expect our government to reduce tax burden further. In the recent budget also, if you see, the taxation rates has been revised and the scheme has been rationalized, and we hope to reduce it further and make the entire taxation process very seamless, less interface, etc.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Namaste ma'am, my name is Shaurya Kansal of 12. My question to you is, why does the middle class bear the maximum burden of tax even though the top 5% of the population holds around half of India's wealth?
Actually, everyone feels like that. The taxation rate is more on our specific class, but the direct taxation specifically, it is progressive in nature. For the higher class, taxation rate is more. There is surcharge, means tax slab is higher, that is 30%, and for the surcharge is there, so it is progressive, firstly. And was there some other link to your question? Okay, that was it. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Can we have one last question?
Namaste ma'am, this is Nishtha Pandita of class 11th Commerce. I wanted to know, in the video it was shown that the tax department resolved various pending issues of the taxpayers. So how does the tax department first of all address these issues and then resolve them? Thank you.
So we hear that income tax department is the most litigated department, but the things have started changing. We are working on revising the monetary limits of filing the appeals. In this budget also, the limits are changed, they are hiked up for income tax department. And secondly, we have come out with CP-GRAM and e-Nivaran schemes, wherein the taxpayer or any assessee, they can upload their grievance on the portal, and on CP-GRAM there is targeted time, within 30 days you will get the solution. So one way is that. Secondly, we have asked centers in various income tax offices where you can directly go and file your grievance or any assistance you want to file the rectification, etc. Other tedious mismatches you want to report, you can do them. And next, we are doing focusing more on less interface so that you can e-file your details. Earlier there was a scenario when I think A.N. Mathur sir will concur to my view that there were huge lines of taxpayer for filing the returns in the income tax offices. So we have done away with that. We have become online for all the categories of taxpayers. So these are all the ways that we are targeting to reduce the grievances in our way.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for enriching us all. I'm sure, ma'am, this information is going to help us in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
And while I was sharing about all the events that we have, I forgot to mention that besides the two takeaways that I've mentioned about the visit to Parliament and the visit to Kanha, all students, the winning schools will be receiving certificates and trophies on the final felicitation day, which will be held in September. And a rolling trophy is awarded to a school which has the maximum score. The scores are calculated on the basis of the positions the winning schools attain. Right? So the final score is calculated, and based on that, a rolling trophy is awarded. To be able to claim a rolling trophy, the winning school must participate in all the events. So I'll just give you an example. For example, a particular school, A school, has a total score of 385. And there's another school which has a total score of 380. But the school which has a total score of 380 has participated in all the events, but the one with 385 has scored 385 but has not participated in all the events. So the rolling trophy will go to the school which has participated in all the events. So I encourage each of the schools present here to note and ensure that our students participate in all the events so that they become the winner of the rolling trophy. In Deshram 1.0, the school that won the rolling trophy was Cambridge Foundation School, Rajouri Garden, Delhi, and In the 2.0 version of Desh and Hum, Lotus Valley School, Gurugram bagged the rolling trophy. So this year, I think it's going to be a regional competition that which region wins the rolling trophy. So hoping for the best and all the best to all the participants. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude today's enlightening program, we would like to state that learning about the taxation system at such a young age is truly invaluable, especially as we stand on the threshold of adulthood and prepare to enter college. This knowledge empowers us to act responsibly, think critically, and make informed decisions in the future. We express our gratitude to the eminent dignitaries for guiding us onto the path to becoming responsible citizens.
Before we conclude today's wonderful program, may I invite the respected principal of our school, Ma'am Mrs. Gulshan Kaur, to propose a formal vote of thanks.
My warm namaste to all present here. Namaste to you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Respected Chairman of our school managing committee, Shri A. Mathur and Ma'am Aruna Mathur. It has always been our privilege to have you there with us for support and guidance in all what we do and initiate. Your wisdom and calmness gives us the strength to explore, experiment, and tread on the uncharted paths with confidence. I thank you for always being there, sir, for us. Thank you so much. I take this as an opportunity which has come our way to host a noble initiative for spreading tax awareness amongst students. For this, I am indeed grateful to the chairperson of the Salwan Educational Trust, Delhi, Shri Sushil Dutt Salwan. Sir, your drive to sensitize children for understanding the relevance and importance of taxes in the growth of the nation is very commendable. Your painstaking efforts to reach out to different schools exemplify the passion you bear for it. And how can I not mention the support of your own team in it? Be it Shri Paramjit Khanna, the secretary of your trust, or your school principal, Mrs. Priyanka Barara, and her team, whose tireless efforts to coordinate with us have made the event possible. Thank you, sir, and your team for this. My gratitude to our keynote speaker, Srimati Seema Dhankar, Additional Director, Income Tax, National Academy of Direct Taxes, Regional Center, Delhi, for her invaluable insights to our students. You oriented them to be honest future citizens of the country by making them realize the significance of taxes. Also that by answering their queries, you have made them go richer today in their knowledge. I truly appreciate, ma'am, the way you sued your future taxpayers today. Thank you so much for, suing them and making them responsible much ahead of time. Thank you. My heartfelt gratitude to you, ma'am, and your esteemed colleague, Shri Kalicharan Prasad, Additional Assistant Director Income Tax, National Academy of Direct Taxes, Regional Center, Delhi, and other officers for their presence amongst us. My note of gratitude will not be complete if I don't thank my parallel principal colleagues of different institutions of the Tri-City for supporting us by sending their teams of students and teachers to attend this event and making it valuable with their presence. We have 47 schools present here for the event, and I am in particular very grateful to Ms. Pooja from Sapient School and Samay from Bluebird for sparing time out of their busy schedules and attending the event at such a short notice. Thank you, Pooja and Samit. I understand the value of your time, but the way you spared it for us, I'm indeed grateful. Your presence speaks about your commitment to the cause for which we have gathered. My team of staff members deserves special commendation for their efforts and commitment that have gone into making this event possible. Each one of you are my strength, and it's your work that we celebrate. My dear students, you deserve my appreciation for the interest that you have shown, and I'm sure you will build a better community because you are the future of the nation and the thoughtful one. My prayers are that God gives you the wisdom to create a niche for yourself, and may you make your country proud. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May we request all the dignitaries to please come forward and join for a group photograph. Please, sirs, please, ma'am. May we request this august gathering to please rise for the national anthem.
Jana Gana